friends, we're back today for another video in the series. Hi friends, we're back today for another video in the series 30 Reviews in 30 Days. Today we're talking about Simone Biles' memoir, Courage to Soar, Body in Motion, A Life in Balance. This was published in 2016 after her Olympic win in Rio. So there's a lot that this book doesn't cover, a lot of the current events in her life. Her decision at the Tokyo Olympics this year, her thoughts on the abuse that she suffered at the hands of the team doctor, and for which she is now testifying in the Senate. It's not in that book, but that book introduces you to Simone Biles. It talks a lot about her early life. She explains how she came to be calling her grandparents mom and dad, how they took her after her mother fell victim to substance abuse, and her grandfather and his wife adopted her out of the foster care system, adopted her and her siblings, and how even after some of her siblings chose to leave, how she and her younger sister chose to stay, and they were legally adopted. And you know, the things that her mom and dad, the people who are now her mom and dad, the things that they have done to support her career and just to support her in her dreams. I love this book. I love that they chose, even though she may have had a ghostwriter, I don't know, but they chose to keep her authentic, or what feels like Simone Biles' authentic voice in this book. There's a lot of just writing that feels like a conversation with Simone Biles, at least the persona that she channels when you see her on the screen. And so I loved it. I love reading this book. I love that even though she's telling you about her dream of becoming a gymnast, and you know that it's a torturous road. You've heard a lot of stories. Yes. I love that she keeps it light, that she focuses on the lighthearted stuff, the things that are important to her or would have been important to her as a teenager at the time that she's writing this book. And so I loved it. I really enjoyed reading it, and I hope that you will check out this book as well. There's a lot that this book isn't. Like I said, she doesn't talk about abuse. She doesn't talk about people taking advantage of her. She talks about the difficulties in training and about the attitude adjustment that she herself needed to have, where she put her head in the game. She talks a lot about the supportive role that her parents and her siblings, her family in general, play in her life, the things that they've done, like they bought a gym or built a gym when she couldn't get what she needed at a previous gym. It's lovely. Her grandparents come off as really strong characters in her life, but also really supportive. Like, you'd want these people in your corner. So yeah, I love the book. I love the story, but I also really enjoyed how it was written. I feel like Simone Biles wrote this. I feel like she called me and told me her life story, and someone transcribed that, and this is the transcript. Someone, yeah, that's what I want to say, right? So yeah, this is a shorter review. I want to acknowledge that this was a complimentary copy that I got from the publishers, the Zondervan publishers, and my relationship with TLC Book Tours. They sent me this to promote on Instagram. I didn't necessarily have to read it. I just had to show it on Instagram, but I like to read the books that come my way. I was really interested in reading Simone Biles' story. I wanted to read a little bit more about her, a little bit more about her background, and so this was a really great introduction to that. I hope she publishes another memoir. I'd love to read a little bit more about her decision, you know, the decisions that she made for herself when she went to the Olympics in Tokyo. There's a little bit of a precursor in here because she does talk about having dealt with ADHD as a child and the medication that she's taking, and maybe some of the other impacts, some of the other consequences in her life. So there's a little bit of a precursor of that development in this book, but it doesn't, like I said, specifically deal with those things, deal with those issues. So yeah, did I say free copy? And I tried to talk about it here because I started reading it. When I got the book to promote it on Instagram, I started reading it. I kind of put it aside after I read about 100 pages or so. So this is one of those books that I started in the previous month, but I've finally come back to and finished. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit here and there, but I'm very happy to be sharing the spotlight today with my daughter wearing her off-the-shoulder shirt. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I feel like you're going to want to come back and see the rest of the books that we read and talk about during the month of September. I hope you'll subscribe so you don't miss that. Share this video, share my channel with someone else who you think might enjoy hearing me talk about books. And until we come back for another video, until we review another book, happy reading. Bye. Say bye. Let me put it back. Okay, good job. She's really good about putting things back. Say bye. Bye. Blow kiss it. Bye. Mama.